Good morning, everybody. It's about 7:30, and I've had a shower, and I'm starting to take all of this junk back down to the boat. So it's definitely going to take me a while, and I don't even have all of it packed up yet. So probably going to be a pretty late morning, but oh well, that's not a big deal. So yeah, I'm gonna get to work. I got to get all the electronics put away and pack up a bunch of stuff, and then hopefully be out on the water sometime this morning. I'm about halfway done packing. I'm currently carrying stuff down to the boat, and I've got some red-faced ducks that apparently live here. They're pretty much tame. Pretty interesting. I don't think I've ever seen them before. But yeah, the boat's down here, and I've almost got all my stuff down here to the water. Okay, well, I've cleaned up after myself, and I think I left it as clean as possible. So I just want to thank Bridge City Marina again. This was absolutely amazing, and I really appreciate it. So now all I have to do is get all of this junk. Down to the boat, and I'll be ready to go. So not a fast morning, but still, it's a beautiful day. It's supposed to be a pretty cool week after that storm rolled through yesterday. So luckily, I was just north of the storm, and it went right by us right here and barely even rained. So that was awesome news, and I'm ready to get back on the water. So one of the weird things is after taking a day off, the first day back is usually really terrible. I don't know what it is, just leaving civilization and getting back into the rhythm of pedaling all day. It's just not a whole lot of fun. You'd think you'd be rested and it'd be awesome, but it hasn't been so far, but that's okay. Just gotta get out there and get back in the rhythm of pedaling all day and sleeping in a tent. Sounds less exciting when you say it like that. Okay, so I'm down at the water. I said goodbye and thank you, and I left the cabin as clean as possible. I've got everything packed up, and I'm ready to go out on the water. It's a absolutely beautiful day. It's cloudy and cool, and I'm hoping for a good day today. The lake is very calm. So I've got a bit of a headwind, but my legs are actually feeling great now that I'm out here and pedaling. So I'm pretty excited. Hopefully, even with the wind, I can get some good miles today. It's fairly calm, and hopefully it stays that way. Okay, so it's nearly noon. The wind has died down, and for lunch I have some barbecued Pringles, some chicken and a biscuit, and a can of Coke. So, extremely healthy lunch. But I'm gonna snack on that as I just continue to pedal. The shoreline here looks really weird. It's like an optical illusion. It looks like there's like a sandbar that goes way out in the lake, but it doesn't show that on Google Maps. So we'll see. I'm sure it'll make more sense once I get closer to it. But just heading down this shore. Okay, had a quick bathroom break. Nothing like digging a hole in the ground. So now I have a big old island that I got to go around. So apparently all of the satellite images I have for this section, the water was a lot higher. So this is all about the same height, and it goes all the way back to that tree line there. So when the water, my boat is currently floating away from me. When the water is a little bit higher, all this is under. So it's pretty interesting, and a lot different from what the satellite images look like. But that's okay. Just gonna keep going. So I'm gonna wrap around this island here and keep heading down the lake. So I was right. I thought that this little island here jutted way out into the lake, and it really does. I'm like right, according to the Google satellite images, I am in the middle of the lake, but I'm right next to shore. So pretty crazy that this island's here and not on the satellite images, but I'm about to finally get around it. And then I think I've got a pretty decent open water crossing back to the other shore. So that's fun. But luckily it's a beautiful day. The wind has pretty much died, and it's not near as hot as last time I was on the water. So I'll take it. So Looks like I next have to go all the way across to that far shore there. Okay, so I'm around the point here, and I've got 1.5 miles to the far shore here. So luckily it's an absolutely beautiful day. So I was sitting here watching a YouTube video just pedaling, and after a few minutes I look up and I was completely disoriented. I didn't know where I was heading. I literally had to check my tracker to make sure I was going in the right direction, because that was kind of funny. So just completely lost my sense of direction for a moment, but I'm good now and I'm heading towards the shore. Kind of easy to do while out in the middle of the lake when you're not paying attention. Okay, so I don't know the exact point of halfway, but it's very close to right here, so I think I'm going to go ahead and call it that I am now officially halfway done with this trip. So of the 2,300 miles, I've done half of them, which is just super exciting and crazy to think about, because the thought that I've been out here for almost 2 months living out of this boat is just insane. I can't believe it. It doesn't feel like it's been that long. At the same time, I have been out, it feels like I've been out here forever. So halfway is just a monumental accomplishment, and I'm very excited about it. So the other exciting point is that this is halfway through Lake Oahe. So I am halfway done with this lake, and I think I'm right on track to finish this trip at 3.5 months, which was my original estimate and plan. So the first part of this trip, I went very slow because the views and just getting used to pedaling all day. So I went very slow through Montana. So I expect this second half to go a lot faster because I'm in much better shape. I can go a lot farther each day, and the last bit of the trip has a lot of current, and I am very much looking forward to that. So yeah, super exciting, and I just can't believe it's already half over. So woohoo, I made it halfway. So it's like 2:45. I've got some rain forming, but it's supposed to be real light stuff, and it's all going south of me. So I think I'm just gonna keep going. I don't think I need to worry about it, and it looks super light, so hopefully there's no major wind attached to it. But I'm just going to get over to the shore and stick close to it, just in case something does start to happen. So yeah, that's kind of the plan. Keep an eye on the skies and just keep going. So it's about 5 o'clock. It's been a pretty calm and uneventful day. I've got this storm that's already moved past south of me, so that's not a big deal. And the lake is calm, and I'm just following the shoreline. So the shoreline wraps around, and then it'll head south after I get to this next point. But at the moment, I have a very, very slight tailwind, like almost nothing. So, but still, it's not a headwind, so that's pretty exciting. So I'm just gonna continue around this corner and keep going until dark. So it's about 6:30 now, and it really feels like it should be the end of the day. Like, I don't know what it is, but it's kind of hazy and cloudy out, but it feels like I should be pulling off soon, and not that I have 3 more hours on the water. But it's okay, you gotta use the hours of light you got while the lake is calm, so just gotta keep going. It's now 8 o'clock, and I'm almost around the point where I head south, so pretty exciting. I actually have a decent tailwind right now because it's coming out of the east, and the lake turned east for a minute before it heads south again. So once I get around the corner, it'll be coming in from the shore side, which is no big deal. I can hug the shore and stay out of it, but it's not really strong enough to really cause any issues. So at some point in the next hour, I'm gonna start looking for a good place to set up camp. And there is a chance of rain tonight, so I'll set up camp, get some supper, and edit the next video. Hopefully have a good evening. So one thing that I've seen, most of the shores along Oahe are just these amazing, like, rolling green hills. They're just really pretty. There's almost no trees, but it's just all just gently rolling green hills, and it's been really cool. So across the lake there are trees and the like coulees, which I didn't know what that meant till I started on this trip. So a coulee is a term for a like ravine or valley. So anywhere where the land dips down is a coulee here. And that's where all the trees are, is in the protected valleys or ravines. And so on the western side there's a bunch of trees tucked into the more protected areas. So I was hoping to find a good spot to camp right around here, but turns out there's a whole bunch of cows. So I'm gonna try to power across this little gap and keep going a couple miles, see if I can find a cowless stretch of shore. So I made it across that gap. Things have calmed down. It was a little windy there right at the start, but I gotta say it's so crazy to be startled when a like airliner flies over. Like the rumble behind me like shocked me, because you just never hear airplanes out here. You're just out here by yourself. I saw 2 fishermen this morning as I left Bridge City Marina, and other than that, I'm the only one I've seen on the lake all day, and it is just absolutely amazing. Okay, so I think I've landed for the evening. I'm on shore. It is just honestly one of the most beautiful days I've had out here. It is like super calm, just a light breeze, enough to there's no bugs right now, which is absolutely just amazing. And I'm almost chilly. It is like the perfect temperature and just dead calm. The lake was amazing, and yeah, I really enjoyed today. It is just absolutely beautiful, and so I can't ask for a better day to celebrate my halfway achievement. So the halfway of this trip is in miles, so it took me almost 2 months to get here, but I went pretty slow through Montana. Took a lot of half days just enjoying the scenery, building up my muscles and getting used to being out on the water. So I expect the second half to go a lot faster. So I think I'm still definitely on track for 3.5 months in total. So yeah, this is just absolutely amazing. So I'm going to get the tent set up. I've got a nice little flat spot here behind me, and there definitely are cattle on this beach, but they're nowhere in sight at the moment, and hopefully there won't be there any in the morning. So I did see them. They're about 2 miles down the beach right now. So yeah, I'm going to get to work. Okay, I waited a bit too long on the water tonight. So as soon as the sun set, which it has behind me, the wind completely died and the mosquitoes have come out in just a cloud. So pretty fun. So I got to make supper real quick. So I have a Stowaway Gourmet lamb bourguignon. So it's basically just a lamb stew. So I'm going to eat that and quickly and escape into the tent. I've got like one more trip up to the tent from the boat. I'm going to get it covered and then hide in the tent for the rest of the evening. So pretty exciting. I say rest of the evening. It is already 9:42. So there's not much of that left. So I'm going to get the video edited and then go from there. So food, video, bed. Pretty exciting evening. I pushed it pretty late tonight, but it's hard not to when the lake looks like that. Just wow. Absolutely beautiful. Though it would be more beautiful if I wasn't being bitten hundreds of times by mosquitoes. So I'm going to quit staring at the lake and get this thing all put away. With that, I'm going to say thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video.